Hello mga kababayan, ako po si Kuya Mikmik.
Kuya Dicky po from Team Sun-Cor.
This is just a gentle reminder, other agencies would sell you the Canadian dream.
For us, we're living already the Canadian dream.
So let us help you achieve yours here in Canada.
Sitwasyon, ready na ang solusyon.
Hello po sa inyong lahat. Kuya Nicky po at your service from Sun-Cor Unlimited.
Hi everybody, this is Kuya Mikmik, your regulated Canadian immigration consultant.
Hello, hello, hello. Good morning. Good morning, good morning po mga kaibigan at saka mga kababayan. Good morning, Kuya Mikmik.
Good morning, Kuya Nicky. It's a beautiful morning here. Mga kababayan, ako ay wala sa Canada. Temporarily away from Canada. I'm here in Los Angeles today. It's currently 6:01 in the morning here on a beautiful Friday.
Wow, thank God it's Friday. So last day na lang po. At tayo po ay magkakaroon ng weekend namin. No?
Ayan.
So, by the way, I am located in Ontario sa nagtatanong. And yours truly po, Kuya Dicky, your education consultant. Ayan po, si Kuya Mikmik, ang ating license.
Ako po ay kadalasan nasa Calgary, pabalik-balik na Ontario, pero for now medyo may family activities kaya wala tayo sa ngayon. Wala tayo sa Canada today.
Yes, today is a very special day, Kuya Mikmik, but yun, shout out muna tayo sa lahat ng viewers natin if you can share this live session kasi
Yes.
Today is a very special day kasi we have a school feature again. Now we have a special guest na katulong din sa ating mga kababayan, lalo na sa mga first is very affordable school. It's a public school and very strategic po ang yung location po niya kasi nga isa din sa location na pinaka-favorite ko po na puntahan, no? Na gusto kong balik-balikan but hindi ko magagawa kasi medyo malayo from where I live, no? Located po siya sa may bagong campus pala sila.
Yes. Brand new location with facilities that's suitable for the Lambton students.
Yes. Ayan po, nakikita niyo po, naka-Lambton po ako.
Yeah.
Very loyal. And we're very proud of now the partnership that Lambton with Sun-Cor as well. And marami na po tayong, there's a lot of students from Sun-Cor na we already pinasok po sa Lambton College, Sarnia Campus, Mississauga, and Toronto. Now, meron na po silang bagong campus sa capital of Canada.
Yes.
Capital ng Canada.
Ayan, mga kababayan, lingid sa kaalaman ng iba. Laging akala Toronto yung capital of Canada. Toronto yung capital of Ontario, tama ba?
Yeah.
But for the country as a whole, si Ottawa po ang ating capital.
Yes. So, tama po yun. Ottawa po, nandun po yung parliament, no? Nandun po yung opisina ng ating prime minister. No? Andun po yung maraming mga mga doon na tawag ito.
Oh yes, yung I think yung Rideau Canal, Kuya Nicky, nandun. It's very picturesque. Maganda si Ottawa, maraming structures. Affordable cost of living also.
Yes. Ayun. So hindi na natin patatagalin kasi alam ko na rin ng ating guest for today. So our guest for today, it's not her first time. So she's a regular guest. Please help me welcome Miss Lorena Solis, the recruitment coordinator and student advisor for the International Department of Lambton College.
Hello, everyone. Thank you for the invitation. I'm very, very excited to be here with you today for us and tonight in Philippines. It's always my pleasure to be in this kind of events with Sun-Cor. They are good partners that we have worked with for several years, and we have many students from them. So thank you. Thank you again for organizing, and we're ready.
Yeah. By the way, Lorena, how's your day so far? I mean, where are you located right now?
Well, I live in the city of Sarnia, where the main campus of Lambton College is located. So today here in Sarnia, it's 9 a.m. and the weather is beautiful. We're ready for the weekend.
All right.
We're happy that the weather is so good, right? So that we can make many activities. The city of Sarnia is a beautiful place with great quality of life. We will talk about it in a few minutes.
Mm-hmm.
So there's many activities that you can do here. We're very, very happy that the weekend is coming.
Exactly. Me and Lorena have the same time. We're both in Ontario. We're like I think 2 hours. Sorry, because I'm here in Niagara Falls. I think it's 2 to 3 hours drive from each other.
Yeah, probably 2 hours and a half, depending on traffic, right?
Yes. Okay. So yeah, we can start because I'm also excited to learn more
Yes.
about your new campus.
For sure. So I'm going to start sharing my screen.
Mhm. So while we wait, requesting everyone to all our viewers to please do share this live session. We're live on our YouTube and our Facebook community and our official Facebook as well for Sun-Cor. I think I already got. There you go.
Okay. Well, first of all, I want to say that I work at the international department at Lambton College. What I do here is recruitment for several markets. I work for the markets of um, Latin America, the Caribbean, Philippines, and Turkey. So, along with a group of people who work here at the international department, we assess the applications. If everything is okay, we issue the letters of acceptance. And I also do some academic advising. So, for students who are having some trouble with their courses, with their academics, I can also help them to do that. Part of my work involves traveling. So sometimes I'm going to different parts of the world to promote our programs. I was a student at Lambton College at some point many years ago. So I have the first-hand experience of what it is like to be an international student at Lambton. And that's why I think that I can understand many of the questions and concerns that people might have. Lambton College is a public institution. We are in the province of Ontario, and we are one of the oldest colleges in the province. We're the second oldest. So we have a long tradition of international education. We invite everyone to follow us on our social media. We have our YouTube channel, which has a lot of followers, and also our Instagram channel. The good thing about social media is that you can find videos, testimonials, pictures, activities that we have all the time, year round. For example, job fairs. Many students are always asking about the opportunities for part time work when they come here as a student. So, this is a good place to find information about everything that is going on at Lambton College. Please follow us. As I was saying before, Lambton has a long tradition of international education, and we think that we understand what are the objectives, the values of people who select Canada as a study destination. Many of these students want to come here because they want to stay here long, not only as a student, but also they want to stay here after graduation and maybe apply for some of the immigration pathways that we have here in Canada. So what we want is for the student to select the right program. That would be our first objective. That's why we work with agents. Sometimes students are wondering what part agents play in this process. And for us, it's really important to explain that agents are very informed people. They don't work only with Lambton College, they work with several institutions, and they have information about the programs each one offers, the requirements, and the locations, but most importantly, what is better for each student. Each student is different, they have different objectives, they have different situation in their family, in their work, and of course, different academic background and different job experience. So an agent will help you to select the right program for you. That will develop the right skills for you to have better professional opportunities. At Lambton, we want to have successful students, but also successful professionals in Canada or in their country if they decide to go back. We had, until last month, 3 convenient study locations. The main campus is in Sarnia, where I live, and we also have Toronto and Mississauga. However, it was just announced, and we're very, very excited and very proud of this. Now we have a campus in Ottawa. The main campus in Sarnia is located in the southwestern part of Ontario. It's next to a very, very large petrochemical complex, which is called the Chemical Valley. And this is very important for Lambton because we have a very good relationship with the industry. Many of our programs are related to petrochemicals and plastics, chemicals, etc. So this vicinity that we have in this industry also provides the college not only with program design opportunities, but also with research opportunities for our students. We are always in the first 3 positions nationwide in Canada related to research. We are also on the shores of Lake Huron. The city is absolutely beautiful. Everywhere you go, you will find the beach, which is great. And one of the most important things for me to mention about Sarnia is that it's one of the top 5 most affordable cities in Ontario. International students come here to Canada to study, but sometimes they don't come alone. They come with their families, with their spouse, children, even pets. And all of those are multiplied expenses that the students will need to face. So starting in a smaller city that is not so expensive as Toronto is always a good idea. However, we understand that some students want to go to larger cities, and that's why we have campuses in other places. Mississauga is the second location for Lambton College. It's very, very close to Toronto. Actually, if you fly to Toronto, you will land in Mississauga. Toronto's Pearson Airport is located in Mississauga. Mississauga is the 6th largest city at this moment in Canada. Always growing, there's always new offices, new corporations, new industry. And that's why we wanted to have a campus there, because there's many job opportunities. And also, for some reason, it's one of the favorite locations for Filipino students. I'm not really sure why, but I understand that it's because the community of Filipino students is very, very strong, and they help each other with many things like accommodation and job searching and everything they need to know to feel at home. So this is a great opportunity as well. Of course, we have a campus in Toronto, which is the largest city in Canada and the commercial, industrial, and financial center of Canada. The only thing that is not so beautiful at Toronto is the prices. It can be a little bit expensive, but the opportunities there for jobs, for entertainment, for concerts, festivals, and all kinds of things is Toronto. It's a beautiful city, very, very nice for young people who want to have entertainment opportunities. So I know there's always something for everyone. So I really, really like Toronto, but the price is a little bit higher than in the other cities. And finally, Ottawa. We are, as I said, very excited, very proud of this new campus. We are sharing the facilities with St. Paul University. The campus is 1.5 miles from Parliament Hill, so super close to all the excitement, to all the activities that you can find in Ottawa. And why would you study in Ottawa? Well, it's the 2nd largest city in Canada, and it's Canada's capital. There's no other place that is more Canadian than Ottawa at this moment. There is a diverse economy where you can find jobs in all kinds of fields such as technology, tourism, public administration. There's many museums that are absolutely gorgeous and where you can explore Canadian culture. So it's a beautiful city and not so expensive. I can tell you on my own experience, I have 3 children. One of them lives in Ottawa and one of them lives in Toronto. And the difference of prices is surprising. So both of them have similar apartments, but one pays half the price than the other one. So it's something that you can take into consideration when you consider which campus you select. These are some pictures of our campus here in Sarnia. This is the athletics and fitness complex where you can take part of our teams. These facilities are very, very modern. We just opened them. These are new buildings that we opened at the end of 2020, and then COVID happened. So they're practically brand new. If you want to take part of our teams, we have athletics teams that compete with other universities and colleges year long, or you can take part of the recreation teams that we have for you if you like being fit and staying in touch with other people, making groups of friends. This is one of the best ideas. We always want our students to have other activities, not only study. You're here to participate with other people, make friends. Networking is really important in Canada. So as many activities as you can have are always important because they will create probably many opportunities for you in the future. This is some pictures of the Nova Chemicals Health and Research Center, where we offer the programs related to health and where we have all the research projects going on. And finally, the third building that we opened in 2020 is the Center of Excellence in Energy and Bioindustrial Technologies. This center is where we offer all the programs that are related to engineering. For students who like digital gaming, not so much physical games, but digital gaming, we have the esports arena. Again, you can take part of the team that competes internationally, and we have an esports management program as well. One thing that is really, really important about Lambton College is that many of our programs have a co-op opportunity. A co-op is a term that means 4 months where you will be working to practice what you learned in the books for the first 3 academic terms, and where you will be earning money because most of these co-op positions are paid. You will be earning Canadian job experience, which is super important for your curriculum, for your resume. If you're going to stay in Canada or if you're going to go back to your country, it's super important that you can put this Canadian job experience in your resume. And also in Lambton College, that co-op term doesn't have any fees. So most of our programs are 2 years long. I would say probably 99% of them are 2 years long. So it's 4 terms. And if the program has a co-op, the 4th term doesn't have any tuition fees associated with it. So out of the 4 terms, you would only be paying 3. That brings the cost of your program 25% down if you compare it with other colleges. So this is a little bit what I was explaining. These are the terms 1, 2, 3, 4 in the left. And in the right, you can see the prices for each program. For each term, sorry. So it's approximately 7,000 Canadian dollars. This is the business management, international business, if you study in Sarnia. So the total cost of the program is around 21,000 Canadian dollars. And that is because term 4, the cost is 0, as you can see here in the screen. And on top of that, we also offer scholarships for Filipino students. If you study in Ottawa, Toronto, or Mississauga, there is a 1,000 Canadian dollar discount of your term one. And if you study in Sarnia, and this only applies to September in Sarnia, there is a list of programs where you can have 3,000 Canadian dollar discount. So it will go, in this case, for example, from $21,000 down to 18,000 Canadian dollars approximately for the 2 years. This is almost the same price that you pay in other colleges for only 1 year program. But the difference is that when you study a 2 year program, you can stay in Canada after graduation for up to 3 years. And this is what will make you eligible for permanent residency with enough time to gather all your points, make your application, and take things a little bit in a slower pace, right? Having only 1 year to gather points and apply for permanent residency is very, very tight. So this is what makes our program so popular, that they are 2 years long, that their prices are amazing, that they have the co-op opportunity, and that most of them are postgraduates. That means that if you want to study one of these programs, you need to have a university degree or a college degree, a technological degree, to apply to these programs. So don't get scared from the name postgraduate. The only thing that it means is that you need a previous degree. If you don't have it, it's also okay because you can study a diploma program. So these are some examples of the different areas where we offer programs. For example, the hospitality school offers programs in Canadian culinary operations, hospitality management, hotel and resort management, tourism operations. I know that there are many students in Philippines who studied this field. So we have diploma programs and postgraduate programs for you. They are very competitive. They are really good because they have placements where you will be practicing what you studied in the books. And in many times, the co-op becomes a permanent position. So you start there as a co-op student, but maybe if you do really well and you show your passion, you will probably get hired for a permanent position. We also have programs in project management. Here in Canada, many things are done through projects. So we have project management programs for strategic leadership, for IT, for environment programs, and for construction project management. This one, the construction project management, is one of the programs that always closes very, very soon. It's very popular. And so if you're interested in this one, you have to be an architect or a civil engineer, and you have to apply with enough anticipation because seats get taken very, very soon. We also have the Creative Design School, where we offer programs such as photography, marketing management, digital media, which is very popular at this moment, and the e-learning design and training development. These are only examples of the programs that we offer. If you want to learn about the full list of programs, please contact your agent at Sun-Cor or visit our website. In the engineering school, we have programs related to chemicals because, as I said before, we are in a petrochemical region. So chemical production, instrumentation and control, applied manufacturing management, quality engineering management. This one is for all kinds of engineers. Many programs in this area. We also have the IT school, where we have programs like cloud computing, artificial intelligence, modern networks, cybersecurity, cloud infrastructure. So as you can see, programs that are in demand in the job market at this moment in Canada, especially for students in Philippines, that I know that many of you have a nursing background. We also want to mention the health science school. For example, the first program that you see here, the Advanced Healthcare Leadership Program, is for doctors or nurses. We also have occupational health and safety management. And this one, the gerontology, is one that I always like to mention because it applies to many different backgrounds. So, for example, for the first program, Advanced Healthcare Leadership, if you are a nutritionist or a psychologist or a dentist, it doesn't apply to you. Advanced healthcare leadership is only for doctors or nurses. But the gerontology program, that one, yes, you can apply to that one if you're a dentist or a psychologist or any other profession related to health. And finally, the programs in the business school, where we have a large diversity of programs, a wide selection from which to choose. And these are always the favorite programs for international students. So agribusiness, supply chain management, marketing with professional sales, international business programs, many of them. It's really difficult to select because we have very amazing programs, and that's why it's always a good idea to work with an agent, because agents can help you to choose the right program for you. And we hope to see you at Lambton College very soon. This is the end of my presentation, and I'm sure that we can answer some questions if there are any, or we can talk about it if you want.
Okay. Thank you very much, Lorena, for that very informative session or presentation. So once again, we're very excited with the good news. I think we are one of the first agency that you um, announced with us the
Mhm.
Ottawa campus, right? And
That's right.
just to inform everyone, we have a huge Filipino community in Ottawa as well. So we're trying to reach out our local Filipino community. If they have relatives back home, they you can sponsor them to study here in Canada. And Lorena, just a few follow-up questions regarding the scholarship that you mentioned. Um, First is when is the Ottawa campus? When is the first intake that's going to be open?
The first intake is already open.
Uh huh.
It is open for 24
Oh,
winter.
wow.
That is January 2024. So you can
Mhm.
already submit your applications to the Ottawa campus. We are going to start with 5 programs,
Okay.
but more will be added shortly. We want to start with 5 only because we want to make sure that everything works perfectly well since the beginning, but more programs will be added. So you can already apply for 24 winter.
Okay. Just a quick follow-up question. Is the website of Lambton already updated? Added the Ottawa campus, where they
That's
can check.
right. Yes. You can find all the information in our website.
Okay. Okay. So okay. So they can just filter the programs. I'm trying to check what are
Mhm.
the programs. I'm gonna try to share my screen just to everyone to see how to check the programs. Okay, let's just share my screen. Okay, this is the official website of Lambton College. Just visit. Just put in lambtoncollege.ca. So they can just go to programs. Lorena, if you can guide me.
So when you look for our website for international students, what you would look is lambtoncollege.ca/international.
Okay, slash. I'm just gonna put it slash
Slash
international.
international.
Okay.
Mhm.
Okay. There you go.
That's right. And then you can see the 4 campuses: Sarnia, Mississauga, Toronto, and Ottawa. And then you can select the campus that you want to see
Mm-hmm.
and go to the information, right?
So these are the programs offered:
Mm-hmm.
business, financial planning, full stack. Oh, do you have IT, you have business, you have hospitality management, and supply chain. And I think all of them are a 2-year program, right?
All of them are 2-year programs. That's right. So your students,
Wow.
when they graduate, they will be able to apply for the postgraduate work permit of up to 3 years.
Okay, and there's a 2-year and then there's a co-op at the last term, right?
That's right. Term 4, the cost is 0 because it has a co-op.
Okay,
So in the left-hand side menu, you can select the costs. If you want to see how much you will be paying, you can select the course list. You can find more information about the co-ops. As you can see,
Oh,
there's
very
two
good.
academic terms, then the academic break, which is a 4-month vacation where students can work full time. And then
Oh,
in term 4, it will be the co-op, which has a cost of $0 if they go into the co-op.
so correct me if I'm wrong, Lorena. So they will just study first term, second term before they go to third term. They can already earn money here, right? For 4 months for working.
Well, they can earn money since the beginning when they are in their studies.
Mm-hmm.
Term 1 and term 2, they can work part-time. That means 20 hours per week, and then go into the academic break where they can work full-time for those 4 months. So full-time is 40 hours per week, and
Yeah.
then continue to term 3 and term 4. But really, it's only term 3 that they will be paying, because if they go to a co-op, then they don't pay anything for term 4.
Yeah, because what I'm thinking is students can start, looking for their co-op jobs during the academic break,
Oh,
right?
yeah, since the beginning. And we have a co-op department that helps students
Mm-hmm.
to prepare for that job hunting. They also prepare them for the interviews. They prepare them on how to build their resume in the Canadian way. And also, if, for example, here in Sarnia, if the student doesn't have the proper professional attire to go to their interviews, we can even give them clothes, professional clothes, to go to their interviews.
Oh, wow.
Mhm.
This is very good news. And
That's great to hear.
the scholarship grant you have, is it extended to the Ottawa campus, the $1,000 for
For
January?
sure, for sure. So the 1,000 Canadian dollar discount for Filipino students that applies to term 1 of their fees is offered in the campuses of Ottawa, Toronto, and Mississauga. And it is already indicated in the letter of acceptance. So when the student receives their LOA, they can see that information written down in the LOA. So no one would have any doubts about the scholarship being granted. It's automatic. You don't have to do anything to be
Yes.
granted the scholarship. It's an entry scholarship. So if you are accepted, then you get the scholarship.
That's very good news. And Lorena, with Sun-Cor, we are also celebrating our 5 years anniversary as a company. And with that 5 years anniversary, we're happy to say that if you want to apply at Ottawa campus for January 2022, I mean 2024. I'm sorry about that. Suncor will also give an extra 500 Canadian dollars. Aside from the 1,000 Canadian dollars that Lambton College is offering, anyone who will apply for Lambton College in Ottawa campus, Suncor will also give an extra 500 Canadian dollars. But this is only for the Ottawa campus, okay? But the Mississauga and then the Toronto campus, you still get $1,000 um, from Lambton, and you also get $100 from Suncor. But for Ottawa campus, we're trying to market that, and I know there's a lot of students who are interested with
Hmm.
the Ottawa campus. So we're trying to help you as well financially by giving an extra 500 Canadian dollars. But for me, there's no school, as you can see, around 25, because it was like the business analytics in Ottawa campus. It cost 2,600, but
For 2 years.
I mean not 26,000 for 2 years program. But you have $1,000 discount, so it will make it 2,500 plus the 500 Canadian dollars from Suncor. How can you, deal with it? That there's no such school as Lambton College is offering the affordable quality at the same time very strategic location where job opportunities and the cost of living is so low.
That's right. And also, talking about applications, it's really easy to apply. Sometimes students are afraid of the process and they think it's going to be very difficult and that not going to accept them. But really, it's really, really friendly. It's a friendly process. If you apply to Lambton College, it's a fast process. You can get your letter of acceptance in 1 to 5 business days after you apply. So very, very quick. I think we are the fastest processing college. So to apply, you need basically three things. One, a copy of your passport. Second, the documents of your studies. So if you are applying to a diploma program, you only need to send us high school transcript and diploma. And if you're applying to a postgraduate program, you need to send university transcript and diploma. And the last piece of information that we need from students for their application is the proof of English proficiency. So we accept IELTS, we accept TOEFL, we accept PTE, and the best news is that we have our own placement test. Our placement test is online, so you can do it from your house. No need to go out. You can do it whenever is most convenient for you, and you can coordinate with Sun-Cor, right? Because they need to supervise the test, and it's free. You don't have to pay anything for it. You can take it 2 times, both of them free. And if you pass with a score of 75 points out of 120, then you are accepted. You don't need to do anything else. So it's very easy to apply. And Sun-Cor is a very professional agency. They submit applications every single day and they test students all the time. So they are experts. They can help you to select your program, to take your tests, to submit your application, and to finally get your LOA. And then after that, which is the first step, then you apply for your study permit and visa.
Yes. And just to add on that, with us, Sun-Cor, we will also be waiving the application fee, the $150. Because if you will go directly apply to school to the college, they will be charging you $150 for the application fee. But if you're gonna apply with us, since we have a good relationship with the school, we can waive that $150 application fee.
Correct, correct. And the test is also only available through authorized agents. You
Yes.
cannot take the test as a direct applicant. We always rely on agents because there's so many applications from all over the world that we would not be able to do all the work on our own. That's why we trust our agents and we work with them to give this personalized service that students need. We wouldn't be able to do it on our own. So sometimes students are a little bit, oh, should I trust this agent? Should I not trust this agent? And that's why we want to be in these webinars so that students know that the college supports this particular agent and that they can be trusted, right? And that you are in good hands to make an informed decision. Maybe at the end you won't apply to Lambton. I don't know. Some of these students that will be looking at this presentation probably will select a different college that is better for them. But the most important thing is to take the right decision, right, for each person. And that's how agents can help you.
Okay, exactly. And Lorena, there are some questions regarding health programs. You mentioned that you guys are offering also health programs, and we saw that there's also health programs offered. They're asking if there is an IELTS requirement for those programs, and
There is only one program that requires academic IELTS, and this is the pharmacy program. And the reason for that is that students in this program, after graduation, they can get a certification and become part of the Ontario Pharmacist School or body that regulates all of them. So, and they require the IELTS academic. That's the only program, pharmacy, that requires academic IELTS. For all the other ones, we can accept IELTS, general or academic, TOEFL, PTE, or our test.
Oh, perfect. There's a because there's a lot of students are interested when it comes to what do you call this one? The early childhood education. Is this offer are you going to be offering this program? I think child
This program is only offered in September.
Okay.
So right now it's not open,
Uh-huh.
but it will be open shortly. So we will open the May intake in mid-June, and
Mhm.
then we will open the fall intake probably in November or a little bit earlier. Depends on um, where the other intakes close when they reach capacity limit.
Really good. By the way, Lorena, same thing with the personal support worker and also what other nursing because we have a lot of nurses or health practitioners from the Philippines.
So the personal support worker program is not offered at Lambton at this moment
Mm-hmm.
because it's usually a 1-year program, and
Okay.
all the programs that we are offering at this moment are 2 years long. So that one, unfortunately, is not offered at this moment. It's a program that has a lot of demand in Canada, and
Mm-hmm.
we need, by law, to provide those seats first to Canadian students and then to international. Oh, sorry, I don't know what happened. Um, so at this moment, it's not available. But for those students who are nurses, we also have the gerontology program. We also have the advanced healthcare leadership program, therapeutic recreation, and some others like the occupational health and safety program that also applies for students who have a degree in health. Some others want to take the food safety and quality assurance, but for those ones, it would be more like a nutritionist or a chemical engineer. So it depends on the background, and many times it also depends on the job experience. We have seen applications from Sun-Cor that come from students who studied to be a nurse, but they never worked as nurses. They
Yeah,
worked in a business environment, right?
yeah,
So
that
they
happens
want to apply for a business program. In those
most.
cases where there's a mismatch from the program that you studied and then the program that you select to study at Lambton, we do need to see the resume and the job employment letters, right? With description of the activities that you have been performing.
Yes. And just to add on also on the gerontology program, I think you're the only school that offers gerontology for 2 years. Most of the schools offer gerontology just for a year.
Yes, that's right. That's the case with many programs. For example, that one that I was mentioning before, the construction project management.
Mhm.
Yes, you can find that program in other colleges, but they are only 1 year. So most of the students who make a good research in the internet and they really take a look at the programs, the course list, the curriculum that we offer, they always select Lambton because it's more specialized and they will also get a better opportunity for their post-graduation work permit of up to 3 years instead of only one. And that's why the programs are full in such a quick time, right? So I always invite everyone to apply with enough anticipation and take into consideration not only the processing time for the college, but also the processing time for the visas and other personal things that will happen. So maybe you have to say goodbye to your family, say goodbye to your employer in Philippines or wherever you are located, and do other things. Some people sell their house or sell their car. Things happen. So all of those take some time. So we want students to come here relaxed, don't suffer the process. So if you want to do that, you have to take enough time, right, to do it um, with patience and with less stress.
Of course. And maybe Michael can also discuss, what's the importance of getting a 2-year program when it comes to the permanent residency pathway as well.
So the one of the things that the Lambton College excels on is the value proposition. Um, Imagine having a 2-year program at a very affordable price, and yet you still qualify for a 3-year, up to 3 years of post graduation work permit. So it's hard to beat that type of scenario where you actually found a quality school, and yet it's more affordable than others. Um, the 3-year, I always tell people you cannot put the value of money in a 3-year post graduation work permit. Yes, granted, we have temporary public policies to extend such permits, but these things will not last forever. We might be at the tail end of those temporary extensions, and once everything's back to normal, a 3-year post graduation work permit is more than 300 times better than a 1-year post graduation work permit. Like Lorena mentioned, many things could happen. Um, Students can get pregnant, students can get sick, students may have to go home to their country for health or personal reasons. If you were just to have a 1-year post graduation work permit, you're actually putting yourself in a delinquent situation if time is running out. And the moment time runs out, this is when you start making mistakes. You're bound to succumb to scams, for example, versus a 3-year post graduation work permit, which is just right, just perfect for the timing. You don't even have to worry for a bridging open work permit because most likely, if all goes well, and if you plan well with your permanent residency pathway, you would have that enough time through your post graduation work permit to transition, should you want to, in applying for permanent residency. So basically, if you could go for a 2-year program to get a 3-year post graduation work permit, or up to 3 years of post graduation work permit, it's very hard to beat Lambton's value proposition.
That's right. And something we never mentioned, but it's something that people have to consider is that application for post-graduation work permit can only happen once in a lifetime. So you cannot apply for more than one, even if you graduate from other programs, right?
That too.
So it's like a just one-time opportunity that you have to take advantage of. As I said, I went through the whole process. Like I was a student, and then I applied for the post-graduation work permit, and I came with my family. I applied for permanent residency and then for citizenship. So I can tell you that having only 1 year of post-graduation work permit, I'm not saying it's impossible, right? But
It's
it's very, very tight. The time
Risky.
is yeah, very risky, very limited. And having 3 years can be stressful at some point because you're always worried, like, when will I reach the right amount of points to apply for express entry?
mhm.
So I can't even imagine what it feels like to have only 1 year, 12 months to apply for that.
Yeah.
As I
And
say, it's not impossible. Some people might have been able to do it, but it's very risky.
yes. And most of the programs for Lambton College are a 2-year program, right? We only have few programs.
Right
And,
now, there's all of them are 2 years
oh,
long. We have
there
offered
you go.
1 years in the past, but it's not what our students are looking for. So at this moment, all of our programs are 2 years long.
Yeah. So we have a one specific question for you, Lorena, just in case the student went to Lambton and she get refused, or he or she get refused. What are her options?
Well, it depends on the reason for rejection, right? So, for example, if they did not have the right language level, if
Hmm.
they took our test and failed, or they took IELTS or other tests and they don't have the level that we need,
Mhm.
they can still study, right? Improve their skills in the language and then reapply. So that would be one scenario. The other scenario for rejection could be that they don't meet the academic requirements. If there is a student who has more than 6 courses failed in their transcript,
Mhm.
we don't accept those students. We want to accept the best and the brightest students, and that's why we don't accept more than 6 failed courses. In that case, the decision is final, and we encourage them to seek admission in another public college of Ontario.
And this is for the school side. How about for the student who get refused from the for the visa? What's the deferral or
Oh, okay.
the process, or
Right.
what are the options for them?
Yes, if you got a visa rejection, there's 2 options. The first one is to request a refund. Of course, if you get a visa rejection and you want to stop there, you just have to contact us to get a refund of the fees that you have paid. The refund is the full amount that you have paid minus $250 of administration fees. And then the other option is if you want to reapply, if you feel that you can face the concerns that the
Mhm.
CBSA officer or IRCA officer gave as a rejection reason. If you want to reapply for your study permit or visa application, then we can reaccept the application after assessment of those reasons of rejection. Most of the reasons can be replied to, right? With more financial funds or
Yes.
more traveling history or other options. That probably Kuya Mikmik is better to give explanation about that. But if there's only one thing that I have seen in the past that we cannot accept, and that is having fraudulent documents. If the reason in the rejection is that you are lying in your application, or that you are using documents that are not authentic, then we will not be able to accept those readmissions.
Okay, I think that's clear. But Lorena, just in case I got refused in September and I wanted to reapply on January intake, do you guys allow students to defer to the next available intake?
We do, but the main word in that phrase that you said is available. So it will all depend on availability. We
Okay.
would always try to do the next one, but if there's no seats available, then we would have to do the next one.
Okay. So the student does not need, for example, I want September intake. There's no availability in January intake, right? But there is available in the May intake, 2024, right? I don't need to withdraw, right? I can apply for a deferral on the May 2024, right?
That's right. That's right. And nothing happens with the money. That money remains in the student's holding account,
Mm-hmm.
and it will be used towards registration when they finally come as a student.
Okay.
Or if they get refused again for their visa, then they request the refund.
Okay. So they don't need to do the refund to defer, right? Like, okay. Oh, that's
No, because then they will lose money. Probably, it will probably lose money in all the exchanges and
Mhm.
commissions. They
Okay.
would lose money.
Okay.
So it doesn't make sense. You just have to contact your agent, email
Mhm.
them, and explain the situation, and then we can defer. Sometimes we have to wait until the intake is open,
Mhm.
because, for example, if one wants at this moment to apply for May, it's not open yet. So we have to wait until mid-June for the intake to open.
Okay, perfect. And do they need to retake the exam, the entrance exam for Lambton?
If it is more than 2 years old, yes. If
Okay,
it's not more than 2 years old, no.
okay, perfect. I think that's clear for everyone. I just want to make sure, um, because that's like a big question for everyone who tried to fail. I mean, to get refusal,
Mhm.
that they may need to withdraw,
Mhm.
right? And then reapply again. But now, since you mentioned that, if they want to defer, and if you guys can check that, they have still chances for the approval, and you can allow them to defer, right? If I'm not
That's right. And we are talking, just to make everything clear, we're talking about students who get a visa rejection.
Yeah.
If the student was accepted and they have a visa and everything is good, there's no reason for rejection. There's no reason for, for um, deferral.
Yes.
So when a student makes a payment, they confirm their acceptance, they reserve a seat, and then if for any personal reasons they don't want to continue, then they can withdraw, right? But it's a different situation,
Of
visa
course.
rejection from personal withdrawal.
Yeah, that's why it's very important to read also the refund policy for each schools, because it varies, you know, and also the withdrawal policy and everything. We need to do our part to also check that one, right?
Right? Even the letter of acceptance, it's usually 2 or 3 pages long.
Yes,
But sometimes we notice that students don't read the letter of acceptance, which is such an important document.
they just read the first part.
Yes, right. So it's really important for students to be careful,
Hmm.
to take this as a very serious decision in their lives that can change their whole family situation. And so reading the whole information in the LOA is always very, very important, as well as all the information that we send. We send emails to the students who have been accepted with important information that they should read.
Yes, perfect. And just to inform everyone, January intake is still open for all the campuses: Sarnia, Mississauga, Toronto, and Ottawa. And once again, with Sun-Cor, we can help you get the $1,000 discount for January 2024 for Mississauga, Toronto, and Ottawa campus, and an additional 500 Canadian dollars only for Ottawa campus if you will avail the services of Sun-Cor.
That's right. And for students who are not ready yet and they want to wait for the September intake, I want to remind them that if they select Sarnia, which is the main campus at Lambton College, they can probably apply for a 3,000 Canadian dollar scholarship for a list of programs that will be posted in our website before the intake opens.
Okay.
It's usually 20 to 25 programs that are always the most popular ones. So you can get a really big discount, 3,000 Canadian dollars, that can make a big difference in the price.
Yep. Anything, any amount, any discount would help. Aside from the, even if without the discount, it's already, you guys are still the most affordable public funded schools.
That's right. That's right. And it's not only affordable. I'm originally from Mexico. We have a saying in Mexico, bueno, bonito y barato. So a good one, a nice program with a good cost, right? And it's also like it has everything.
Yeah,
Good
it's
cost,
all.
good quality, and a nice thing that you can study. So um, that's why our programs are so popular. And that's why people have to apply with anticipation. But I always tell students, don't worry. If you were going to apply for January and the programs or the program that you want to apply is closed because it's full, nothing will happen. You can still apply for the next intake, right? So for students who don't get accepted for January, they can get accepted for May. No problem. No problem.
Okay. By the way, Lorena, we have one student who already got the refusal, but of one thing for sure that we have chances for the reapplication. But we try to initiate a withdrawal already. Can we still convert that into a deferral? Well, I'll just send you an email.
It depends on if the money has been processed
Uh huh.
for refund.
Mm-hmm.
If we still have the money
If you still have
and
the.
it hasn't been processed, we can revoke
Okay,
that.
and
But
then we just do the
it
deferral.
would it would depend on the status of the
Okay.
process. Mhm.
Okay, I think that's answer one of the phone question. Okay, and I think there's a lot of comments here that it is good news that Lambton is still accepting deferral based on availability. That's the the word there, based on
Based on
Based on
availability.
availability.
availability, right? And again, deferral because of visa rejection,
Yes.
not because of personal issues, right?
Yep. Okay.
Of course, there's things that happen that students cannot control. If they
Mhm.
get sick, for example, or they have a surgery or something, okay, in those cases, we need to see the medical documentation.
Mhm.
And even if it's not a visa rejection, it's something that they cannot travel because they're sick, okay, we can also consider that one as a deferral.
Yes. And Betty Laura, another scenario is, what if there's a delay? Do you know what's going on with immigration right now? What if there is a delay on the visa results?
Okay, so processing times at this moment are 12 weeks. So we think we're still good for students who are coming for September. Most
Mhm.
of them have already applied, and many of them, like a big percentage of our students for September, already have the visa
Mhm.
approved. But let's say that the time comes for them to start their program and they don't have their visa reply yet. They can complete registration,
Mhm.
right? They don't need to have the visa approval for registration. Registration is done online, and it's a process that opens a few weeks before the program starts. Um, and then when the classes actually start, we always give a few weeks for students who are still waiting for visa reply or who are still traveling, right? To start online. So
Okay.
those are like the first 2 or 3 weeks of classes, and then they have to be here at a certain date. Everything is posted in our website.
Okay.
So we offer these opportunities of online at the beginning for all the four campuses. In Sarnia, most of the programs are fully in class. So those ones, they do have to be here. After, for example, for the ones who started in May, they
Mhm.
had to be here after May 22nd. Same
Oh.
thing will happen when the September opens, right? But in Toronto and Mississauga, we were able to offer the full term online for those who started in May. Of course, we don't do whatever we want. We have to follow the regulations of the Ministry of Education and the provincial and national governments. So at this moment, they can still study online, the ones who started in May for the full first term,
Mhm.
but not after September because of the dates that have been posted. We don't want to harm anyone for their post graduation work permit. So after September, most of them would need to be here. So if they can't be here after those few weeks online, we would contact them to offer some options. So the options can include withdraw or defer, right? But we have to wait for any new regulations or any new notifications from the government and IRCC.
Yeah. Maybe some proof of submission that they already did submit the the application as well.
Right. The most important for us is to, as I say, to protect the eligibility of the post-graduation work permit,
Yes.
right? So the options that we offer are always trying to protect that for the students. We don't want to put anyone in risk.
Yeah. Michael is always reminding everyone, like Michael, the only time that you can do part-time student, as you always say, is during your last term, right?
That's
Not.
right.
Correct.
Okay.
Okay. Well, thank you so much for the invitation. Thank you, everyone, for your time and for your attention to this important information. It is my pleasure to be here with you always, and I really appreciate your support and your continued work. And I hope that we have many students in Ottawa very, very soon.
Yes, for
Of
sure, Lorena.
course, of
We already
course.
have some phone inquiries right now. So, thank you very much again for sharing your morning with us. I know you're a busy person as well, as always. I think are you still working from home?
No, no. Actually, we have a new office here in the campus in Sarnia.
Uh-huh.
We had been waiting for it for a couple of years since the renovation started.
Uh-huh.
So, yeah, you should come sometime and
For
make some
sure,
videos and pictures of
for
the
sure. We
new
had
Oh,
our
wow.
campus of
Christmas
the
party last
international department.
time over there.
Looking forward to it.
Yeah. Okay.
Okay,
Thank you very much.
thank you
Stay
so
safe
much.
and enjoy your weekend.
You
Thank you
too.
so much, Miss Lorena.
Take
Thank
care.
you so much. Greetings from Sarnia to all the students in Philippines.
Bye.
Bye.
Yan mga kaibigan. So isa na naman pong successful na morning with the Kuyas. So with our partner school, no, isa to sa mga top school ng Sun-Cor. We've been siguro almost 100 students a year po ang bibigay ng Sun-Cor. Bakit namin to in-offer? Because first, sabi nga, paano ba yung Spanish? Sabi niya kanina, mucho.
The cheapest way possible.
Yeah,
It
yun
will
nga.
help you study the cheapest way possible. Parang Kuya Nicky, mahirap siyang tapatan kasi siya lang eh. Siya lang
Quality
talaga.
ng mura. No?
But of course, tulad ng sabi ni Miss Lorena, not everybody is suitable for Lambton College.
Yep.
It depends on your situation. Not everyone is destined to study in Ontario. Some people would, kung saan may kamag-anak sila. But the good news now is it took us by surprise. May Ottawa campus na, mga kababayan. So you heard it here first sa mga Kuyas na yung Lambton College meron na po sa Ottawa, capital of Canada.
Yes. Hindi po Toronto Toronto is capital of Ontario po yun. No? So, yan mga kaibigan, if you are interested to apply with Sun-Cor po, just send us an email at apply@sun-cor.com. Once again po, we have 1,000 Canadian dollars po na scholarship grant na ino-offer po namin. Galing po sa school po yan, for Mississauga, Toronto, and Ottawa campus. And we also have an extra 500 Canadian dollars po if you will apply po sa Ottawa campus po for January 2024 kasi yun pa lang yung open. Yung May po, around June pa lang po siya mag-open, last week ng June, as Ms. Lorena mentioned. And ano ba ito yung natin? I'm just refreshing po yung may mga comments pa ba tayong Shoutout pala kay sa mga regular viewers natin, kay Miss Mel, yan, si Miss Ruby, yan, and also sa mga kaka-approve lang po, yung mga OWP at sa mga kids at sa mga international students po. Congratulations po.
Congratulations din dun sa mga kaka-graduate lang or yung mga kaka-PGWP pa lang na magaganda na agad yung trabaho. Baka naman. Congratulations po sa inyo lahat. And for those who got their family reunited with them, we are it's a very humbling experience for us to be part of that journey. Maraming salamat po sa pagtitiwala sa amin, inyong mga Kuyas, na ma-achieve ninyo ang inyong Canadian dreams at mapagsama-sama kayo mga pamilya.
Yes. And also, sa yung mga mag-a-apply pa lang po, huwag po kayo mahiya. We're doing this live session every Tuesdays and Fridays sa mga hindi maka-afford ng consultation. Meron pong libreng consultation by supporting us during the live session. Pwede pa kayo mag-comment, mag-question. It's one way to save money. So mag-support na. Siyempre po, ito po si Kuya Mikmik is a licensed immigration consultant. He has the credentials and credibility to answer those immigration questions. No? Mag-ingat po tayo sa mga sasa at saka sa mema. Kasi when it comes to immigration po, we need to
doon lang tayo sa batas. Huwag tayo sa opinion, doon tayo sa batas.
Yes. Kasi nga po, pag sinunod mo yung ibang tao na, ay sabi kasi, or ginawa ko kasi to, ganyan, gawin mo rin to. No? Hindi porke gumana sa iba, gagana din sa atin. No? Ayun, tine-check lang yung phone ko. We're all good.
Ayan, congratulations din sa mga applicants natin ng mga workers, mga tourists, mga provincial nominations. So, shout out din do sa mga new countries that we are offering our services to, part of Latin America, Europe, Africa, and the Middle East. So, hello po. Shout out din, Kuya Nikki, do sa mga bumibisita sa ating mga new offices sa Bohol and sa Iligan. So, we're looking forward to see you there.
Yeah, ito, may nano ko dito, may nag-comment lang si Mr. Sylvester Malta, baka magtampo. How to apply your agency as SP in Canada? Ayan, shout out sa you, sir. So if you are interested, once again, just send us an email po at apply@sun-cor.com. Ayan. And if you want to book a one-on-one consultation po with Kuya Mikmik, with a licensed immigration consultant, just visit the website, studyworklivemygreatcanada.com, or you can just send an email po at info@studyworklivemygreatcanada.com. Yan po yung official lang po, wala na pong iba, no? And yun, check ko yung mga comments natin. Ayan. Last question tayo, bro.
Sige.
Hello po mga Kuyas, may question lang po about landed PR. Paano ba ang landed PR po?
So, landed PR, ito yung mga nadidinig niyong landed PR. Ito yung mga tao na dumating sa Canada, PR na yung status. So, basically, ang visa nila is PR. So, pag landed nila, activated na yung PR, magkakaroon na sila ng COPR, mapiprint na yung Certificate of Permanent Residency, etc., etc. Hindi po tutulad ng mga international students na dadating as temporary residents and then eventually would become permanent residents. Ang kadalasan po, mga landed PR, it's either spousal sponsorship, adoption, or yun po mga employer-driven provincial nominations, so or federal skilled workers or federal trades workers. Ito po yung mga specialization na maaaring maging landed PR. So for international students, they will not land as a PR. Iba po yung pathway nila, but the good thing about international students is it gives you a whole world of options while you are here. Aminin natin, mahirap talaga makapasok as landed PR, kaya nga napakadaming international students ng Canada.
Yun. I think that's the only question I can. So always plan for your PR, not just for your study visa. Kami po sa Sun-Cor, hindi lang naman po study visa yung in-offer po namin. We do all types of services po. Ito po, meron study permit, open work permit, postgrad work, LMIA visitor, super visa, all types of visas po as long as Canada lang po. No?
Yes.
As long as Canada. Hindi mo pwede sa Australia, sa New Zealand.
US, hindi. New Zealand.
So abangan niyo po kami, mga Kuyas. We'll be doing our homecoming event. Please visit our website and our Facebook page for more details. Less than 60 days na lang, less than 2 months, nasa Pilipinas na tayo.
Sisimula na tayo, Kuya Nikki. Malapit na.
And I'm very excited din kasi marami tayo. We're gonna be doing a different approach from last year. No? Iba na po yung discarding gagawin namin. We're gonna be doing one school at a time or fewer schools at in one session para talaga mabigyan ng oras yung mga schools to explain them. Then at the same time manaro down yung options natin. No? We only partner with public schools. We don't partner with private schools. No? Yan po yung difference po namin. And we always think the welfare of the students or mga kababayan natin. Kung saan po kayo comfortable, doon po tayo, doon namin kayo ilalagay. No? Hindi po kami ang magde-decide. Kayo po, at the same time with the help of Kuya Mikmik for the PR pathway, no? Which is very important, no? Kasi a lot of students right now na nandito sa Canada don't even know what is a CRS score. No?
Oo, hindi rin nila alam ano yung ECA, for example.
Yes.
So, maraming mga misconceptions kasi, Kuya Nikki, even with the process and the theory behind becoming a permanent resident. So, ito yung maraming, kunyari, nung isang araw, nung nasa Canada ako, I met a lot of students from sa Calgary. And ang dami nilang tinanong sa akin na na-shock ako may mga kumakalat palang mga ganung balita. So Kuya Nikki, for example, may kumakalat na balita na yung international student lang daw yung pwede maging PR. May mga kumakalat din na balita daw na kailangan pareho mag-asawa mag-aral. So parang medyo na-shock ako nung ang daming misconceptions na nagsisirculate sa mga group chats ng mga aspiring applicants or mga existing international students na. So mag-ingat po tayo lagi.
Yes. Kaya nga ginagawa namin to ni Kuya Mikmik to do our live session. Minsan nag-Q&A kami. You can also ask question if you have, if you want to ask question. And in this way, we can reach out lalo na yung mga aplikante na cannot afford for a consultation. Now we do a free consultation by doing this live. Yun. Basta po, continue to support the Kuyas. That's again, we're doing Morning with the Kuyas every Tuesdays and Fridays. 9 a.m. or 10 a.m. Canada time or Toronto time, and then around 9 p.m. to 10 p.m. po, Philippine time naman po.
Ayan. Shoutout din, Kuya Nikki, dun sa mga taga Middle East na mga loyal viewers natin.
Yes. And also kay Ruby, kay Miss Mel, Maricel, Antonio, ayan, kay Jano, and
kay Miss Lenlen, kay Antonio Toy, si Miss Jano in Imnida. Ayan po. Hello po sa inyong lahat.
Sabi niya, bro, akala ko po Nueva Ecija yung capital ng Ontario. Sabi ko, naalala ko na.
Wag kayo, may nagsabi, La Union.
So once again, guys, thank you very much for joining us this morning here in Canada. I enjoy the rest of the weekend. And thank God it's Friday nga po sa people dyan sa Pilipinas. Amin naman po is already, time check, 10:16 in the morning here in Ontario. Kay Kuya Mikmik, nasa US po siya ngayon. I think it's 7:16.
7:16 sa akin ngayon, medyo maaga-aga.
Ayun. So once again, guys, thank you very much. And God bless you all and stay safe po kayo. And we'll see you on our next Morning with the Kuyas.
See you soon.
See you soon.